What's up guys, my name is Dirge, and welcome to another episode of WoW News and Updates. Today we'll be taking a look at some of the Warlords of Draenor features, as well as some of the Warcraft heroes that will be featured in Heroes of the Storm. So first and foremost, players are now able to pre-purchase the next WoW expansion, Warlords of Draenor. Upon purchasing it, players will also receive their first boost to 90. Some of you may remember seeing those purchasable boosts a few weeks ago on the in-game store for a very short period of time, priced at $60. Well, this price has been confirmed, and for each additional boost you want after your purchase or pre-purchase will cost you $60. Blizzard's reason for doing this is that they did not want to diminish the value of leveling a character. Sure, they could have made them cheaper, but this would cause players to be more inclined to purchase these boosts rather than playing the game. They're simply here for a convenience for those who may not want to grind out their 5th or so alt. If you'd like to read more about the pre-purchase options, or you've got some questions of your own that may be in the frequently asked questions, I will leave a link to this article in the description below. With all that said, here are some more features to look forward to when Warlords of Draenor is expected to release this fall. So, with all the crazy exponential scaling we've seen over the course of previous WoW expansions, resilience has become a pretty big thing in order to balance out the damage in PvP. Where you would crit for 1 million damage against a boss, you would crit a player for about 200k. Another one of Blizzard's goals in this expansion is to remove resilience completely. If all you veteran players out there remember, back in vanilla, there was no need for resilience. There was no real need for PvP gear even. What they are planning to do here is, after the squish, double players' health to give them more survivability versus other players, and at the same time increase creature damage so you're not gaining that same survivability against monsters as well. In addition to this, critical strikes and critical heals will be reduced from 200% to 150% in hopes to be able to reduce the base resilience and battle fatigue to 0%. The retuning of healing spells is something else that will be happening in Warlords of Draenor, and Blizzard goes into this extensively. Their goal here is to get rid of the burst damage that we see now, where healers must scramble to get their allies back up to full health, and make it so most of the time their allies are between 0% and 100% health. Heals will be buffed less than creature damage is increased for the stat squish. Blizzard wants healers to care more about who they're healing, as well as which spell they're using to do so, while keeping their mana pool in mind. A lot of changes are being made to healing abilities. Some are getting removed, some are getting renamed, throughput is being changed as well as cooldowns. It's a lot to say the least. However, having had a healer since Burning Crusade, I'm kind of excited to see how things will be changed. Knowing that if I blink, half my raid won't be dead sounds pretty good to me. If you guys would like to read about these changes, especially the healing changes, to their full extent, I will leave a link to the article in the description below. With all the hype over the new WoW and Diablo expansions on the horizon, people aren't thinking too much about Heroes of the Storm, but there has been a recent article talking about some of the WoW characters that will be featured in the game. This includes Arthas, Illidan, Malfurion, Uther, and that's just to name a few. You can also expect to see Diablo himself and Kerrigan on the battlefield, and by taking a look at these images, you can see some of the other heroes and villains that they plan to incorporate into the game, and I'm sure that over time, they will be adding more. If you'd like to read more about the various heroes and villains that will be in Heroes of the Storm, I will leave a link to each set of characters in the description below. Just a quick side note, Hearthstone is now officially released with new balancing, golden heroes, and more. If you have not yet checked out Hearthstone, I highly recommend you do so. And that's it for this episode of WoW News and Updates. If you guys enjoyed it, please feel free to drop me a comment, like, or even subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thanks for watching.